Ma wenijie naketi apanso kamu emaketi apa papa wafidi neto SOMPA FM TV why yasim SOMPA manijie ni aketi apa na unu warada SOMPA de asitna imunu Emma Ketiapa Ye no may munsam makudia munsam yina ne kasebo Bitisam ni just sem yina SOMPA de abama SOMPA FM Emma Ketiapa SOMPA TV Emma SOMPA TV Oh, wisdom ni tie SOMPA FM, he SOMPA TV.
Ni mo tise. Osaku funa mo oswaye no. Oswaye se Ghana ni bia bebo no bai. Enti emfa ho se asemi si wo South Africa. Oda no na SOMPA. Ni se odi o se ayo yo minister no de mabedi. Enti mo papa se Mamudina Aquaba, Efie and Efie. I want to say, you say, Ayakayaka dear Motfum at a tin your how, and yet at the Kitua, and the Yanya who said, Mofano Gonoso. Now, so Tinyaka and say, oh, Qua, now, dear. Make that way so. Mama Obia senior minister Kai say Ghana ni babia so woman no me so Ghana size so nya rishe mu say Ghana mai any president no tawachi e wa prepare mu Medina so na madam minister of foreign affairs and in independent for open ministries so Mama da the high commissioner of South Africa asemi by almost really do by phone. Immigration. I mean, California, Ethiopia Airlines. Obia Oboa, Ghana Airport Company. Somebody said to me the name. Amayenuanu Abekayensa. Look what a woman is saying. Tabuana South Africa for Kwahu and Ghana, Yaji Ompa. Omukola ni bebre hano mbeko school ya ni omo ntibone so omunjuma omo ye wa hanu nyina no ya mo kwa mo bia ye na de eti ya nka bebre ya de amade de amanyame na manya bedu so ni ehia ani gidie ne ahotoso no kure o ni se ebi ana obo ade ehihie mu no ade a ebe faso ma wa ko anim no e ha ne wo ento Yakubu se ma be bait na South Africa kra o se ne mre ensu bo se oba bebi ento ne ntochina na o destiny helper oni po of God ma wo o ma penisi so pam no for any di bibi achi se na minister kan minister ohwe Emma ni awiyehim ni kola and the TA. Mo o kesi masum say. Oni ni nuanum ebe kon ma duabo no ma he so metime nya special package. Because ene o mechocho mudini mu fundo mani ade. Munye gidie wo mo man mo. Munye gidie wo ye president mu se maba no. E kwan bi esi e fa so. Mo mutimi gina mo na so no ye be ya mo.
For Visa Foundation, we negotiated with the South African government that since we are evacuating our nationals, we don't want to leave anybody behind in prison. And the South African government agreed with us. So I want to thank President Cyril Ramaphosa and my counterpart, Foreign Minister Roland Lamola, for accepting our plea. So now there is no Ghanaian in any South African prison for Visa Foundation. We have brought all of them back home. Your government will continue to care for you and President Mahama will never ever disappoint you. And thank you very much. God bless you.
Never allow the legitimate concerns of our communities about illegal migration to breed prejudice and hatred towards our fellow Africans. We must not allow these concerns to give rise to xenophobia, to give rise to hatred that is directed towards people from other African countries. We do not walk alone in this freedom, fellow South Africans. And we did not walk into that is directed towards people from other African countries or any part of the world. We are South Africans. We cannot be driven by hatred towards others. Others gave us compassion. They gave us support. And we cannot be driven by hatred towards them. Instead, we must insist that the law of our country be upheld and enforced. That is why we are clamping down on illegal migration and on businesses that flout the law by hiring undocumented persons at the expense of our citizens. I spoke about this during the State of the Nation address. We are actively rooting out corruption in our immigration system. We know that a number of people who have come in illegally into our country were allowed by some, not all, officials who have had corrupt tendencies. We will not allow people to take the law into their own hands. We extend hospitality to those who are guests in our country with the expectation that generosity is honored with respect for our society and its laws. And we say to those who are here legally, respect us as South Africans, respect our laws, respect our conventions and our traditions, as you would want us to respect the laws and traditions of your
Never the ano, yen chantro. On one gets happening for no one gets any. Never your yaba no yantadi seno. Better have met me a woman want them. Rebel in the phone. On my dick. On my debellet in the place. I'm a man for Yama.
South Africa is bad.
How's the experience?
Hey, South Africa. I mean, I'm in Tibu for couple of South Africa, I'm a sofa pa. And yeah, easy. I want to say, who components the police crowd whom and whom will not have to attack on Benjamin. South Africa will be uncle.
Hey, that kind of room. There's a room. There were 5 African. You couldn't see. I don't wish more than I could see be more than bra. And yes, I feel ready, pa. Yes, I saw your pa. Some do South Africa, no, by my mother. Oh, Belgium, my commons of both for the uncle. I said, I remember what is some only some months. I'm from my free. It's never my home year. Actually. Oh, home year. It's about me 1 penny and wood. Yeah. Years on here, oh, okay.
Should never allow the legitimate concerns of our communities about illegal migration to breed prejudice and hatred towards our fellow Africans. We must not allow these concerns to give rise to xenophobia, to give rise to hatred that is directed towards people from other African countries.
Abushafo Yabamuina Kwababa SOMPA 106.5 FM Forgotten Country. Exactly 21 minutes past 3. Wherever you are, Yama Kwaba Soronko Kaisa, your friend Kobla, ABOTCHIE, PROF Navy. Yatanasi, Yadimsa Wedane, dear, said your Wedane Tierra. Is you know that so air to talk. The Santino, Yavasa Quenya way so. Now, ye dear Futo Soronko, Ediama, Adraba 4. Adraba 4, your best remo. Sabre ushe ekwanya nso no faso a etoto na eto de bi wo ho a na nso na pete kakra wo kwan no so ene wo ye drobani na wo kaka na wo amfa nyansa no ba 9 no amfa nto ho a go speeder bibi kakra cross ho a eyade a utia break no enche ya besremo adrabafo besi na no pa e wo akuma dan Jesus Christ. Nano ewa kumadan. Jesus Christ. Akwenche si hono. Nedi enyan. Me ma cheche for obetimi akwa Facebook was here. Aya SOMPA 106.5 FM Accra. Akwenche si ye no. Nedi enyan. Nipa mako 12 na free mo. Na wo mu ka ye no. Aya akola abemu ebi ana otike num eni odra bani no kai na lodo afrikumase ekosrim kawi na lodo afrikumase ekosrim na namu ye cars mienu samyong enene sa eye friend say nkrofo ye ba say stand big for over e bia ewo kumase e lodo kosrimi overtaking and the riba akwensha we see ye me patro betimi akwa Facebook was see anu akwa hwemfonyin no ye na driver for ye besere mo ye bepa macho commercial drivers we are begging you this time around no anya say ye ba ne aba ka chep so de mo ye nyew we de ye kotodwe gu fom a driver for ye sremo yankwa hu ye o yetina mu kan mu ne ye ko a ye besere mo speed bebebe no overtaking basa no ye besere se mu bejai nyonkwa wakra wabusuafo se we de me kwa basisi a ye betia ye frofo na obi afa ka se wanya akwanhia wawu then never ya chance ade we and for this time around no, we are begging you yes remo supiri bebrebe no yes remo nanu ada so ewa Peja Johnson ano so VIP bus bako ano so akwanhia saa na mayanko ne nkotie abrante bia na ono owo ho ma akwenhyai esiye yanko ne nkotie no but unfortunately I'm not yebetie ni die but as a audio no emfa agiro me pekwan foforo bi so amamwetie abrante no reporter wode ma yan the senti no akwenhyai waiters esiye this time around akwenhyai ne sisi too much. So we a passenger ni na wutike mu na car no kwa speak up. Se draba ni no anam akwan bi so a wo kaka no na GDP say sa kwan no enye kwan eso eni a otu ebirika tenten overtaking basa speak up as a passenger. We a passenger ni akasa na wan kasa ye be you a tribune. We are passenger near talk. Very, very important. Wow, look, a branch no daho. Just out to Musa, can no dear, a sacred. my enkotie aye abrantie no ne eyewitness account what they emayen yenkotie ne.
According to eyewitness report or the mayor or HSA, car no ana victims in woman no car ne free Kumasi ebesena ko techima na ne che techima kwan so. Na car no looks like a Stanbic car. Enye Voxy, enye Sienta, car na te say Stanbic for car ni bi. Na trailer na ene ne collide ene so free techima side na ne che Kumasi. Se unim akomada ya wo tranking ka so ba akomada ya. Ye wo rest stop bi I friend NAC International rest stop ho. Now at the very end ho no witness report ne ka say the car net is Stanbic no overtaking of Samyonga na trailer no so speed na wo de bana no wo den nti overtaking Samyonga no na oye hwie nye bio so we try say obeya fancha for the pedestrian way no and ma the side of car no see trailer no ema ne wife ani nyina in fact casualties no at a spot in Pamako 12 there according to Dr. Freeman our gynecologist on King Kirsi Government Hospital I confirm that I said 12 lives are taken currently lives no King Kirsi Government Hospital morgue more appeal to the public class on Bebana or my identify the individuals no. Now, two so in a critical condition or more emergency unit of King Kirsi Government Hospital. Now, survival, according to report, only the driver and the car caused this mess way and a survivor and a 12-year-old boy and so survivor a woman. And the casualties in a 12, this is the Makano Pepe. And the by overtaking the car that is a Stanbic overtaking Samyonga or Babishia. Trailer na odi koko fan inside that edi casualties nyina ba enti boss in a simple form sana report in it here
enti sesia me enhwe o accident ni sitambe ankasa anwumre ya na awia no
around 1:30 1:40 exactly and happen here ene ya
enkinken su krom te say
me ba to say
enkinken su krom te bia sesia mprempre te say
I think sir baby see any day see Akumadan.
Oh, okay.
From yes, baby incident happened and Anka say part of Akumadan. Just that it's in between Akumadan and Kinkers but by Akumadan as so. Now I'm said yeah, Omoka Kakane say yeah ambulance in our harness at fault. And the casualties and bleeding start you know, nebi mukra honoma say ambulance bantem and as a fire tender squad bantem one and commit my survive. In fact, it take about 2 hours. And sending ambulance and as a fire tender, a man by a nina account who been any part 12, woman natural moncano.
Now, survivor driver Nina of course so this accident and I will say, see a positive for Bettina as well.
No, or more facility as we are speaking. And this someone did 2 in a critical condition and can't want someone. Apart from me, dear, whoever walk on it is Stanbic in Winano off.
Naza metuasia Stanbic ni mudi muni penye na wu.
Nipe umina can two. The driver and a 12-year-old boy. They are all gone.
Bro, they are all gone. Enyumre no sia kasi mo.
Me pato. Wa watie. Yana rama for ebesrebu. We know utimu say a careless overtaking. Careless overtaking. Overtaking a who here. Supidi bebrebe. And ema adishia. You show more SOMPA 106.5 FM. Accra, your Facebook wall. Wama omwe. Na only me how I was hard the way them. Me how pa na say drabanino or no dear otiase. Drabanino otiase because one from the side and fan ko. What the passenger side no and the koi. Anti drabani uya sadi we are. Eye. Drabani uya sadi we are. Eye. Patrick Net is saying.
Prof. In fact, me hoye na me adom tiase. But in fact, Prof, I was said the ya fatu ya honsi betna ha. Sa nyema ekoso te se ne waye ama nipa du mienu 12 every ashromo kwa just like that me kwa bao that is a from no I mean at the end say what to car na dem krofo akọ no makudra sundwem at the end what is so beautiful about that at the end so drive beni so what to car every station 1 akodu station B no akoyi krofo asi wo kama obi akọ fi asundwem no obi akoto na busuafo at the end the report ya brante yeken wrong overtaking what kum obi ba obi papa obi breadwinner obi wofa obi biribi what kum na to atwene kwa oh are you serious o ma we may serious
no but wouldn't say
are you serious
because
me video me show
there be wrong overtaking.
I'm unable to watch it.
Wrong overtaking pen jams akwa one say uchi na obi the speed bebrebe kra be sound ho a say nipa no kodu a uso betima kodu less than 10 minutes 15 now so abakoto no
that is it and American ye two okwane so pa no asia ne sen
Patrick me share video no pa for the first time no for the first time I share that video we no na me cast so why should our drivers be doing this to us? Why should our drivers be doing this to us?
Prof ni America say na nsem mo na police for ni gine entity no mu gina kwa
me ndi ma do go dey
speed gun
any speed gun I don't know
ya besre mo institute sa de no trum aban mo fa sa de ni mre na yan check speed and call man me see amri I think about 3 months ago me call Cape Coast na prof Cape Coast kwan so dear
Cape Coast kwan so supiri
from watira ka so agudumbura ho e dey call Cape Coast winiba e ho no sai kwan so prof jai ka bitimi be sa ho no jejeje jim na wo ka na otim kran from na be sa ho no na secure car no I mean adan entientiment drive boko asumdwe menko masumdwe
but there was another accident and no me car say see wo Apedwa Johnson and also na involve VIP bus VIP John buses ni bi
eyiwa
and also so da na eni enyan be ba cho iti for mo man ko Facebook was is here ube hu sa video no so
Okay, what's that? What maybe
just a microphone cabas no any ye omo
free window.
The virtual what's on your Facebook wall so you can also see what happened at Apedwa Junction.
Uka uchimana say abebi esimon na jeka
abebi esimon na jeka
na esoni kanya sadi anketu remfo ni ye ura bonka bi
wa hwe nkola Safo
SOMPA FM
because some of these things when you wake up to it now sorry now you pay for them now Uber drive here.
Yes,
na uyemu sisro Patrick your roads na enye safe
enye
our roads are not all that safe
enye regulations na wo kwan ne so no sua
there be just say yankasa no ya dwen ekura yen no as a baby for titiri Ghana for no adraba for no adwene ni nye
No crash and pan wakan.
Car owners so mato cars. Ah, what would their mad rubber for? So pressure. Only every week we have Vox in accident to Ghana.
Oh yeah, I know dear. I know no correct.
Every week we have Vox in accident to Ghana.
I know dear. And the menu watching you cry.
Almost every week. Yeah.
Obati Vox in once.
Obati Vox in once.
And the menu watching you cry.
Charlie. Mammy Cow said, time herbal mixture and every almost so sorry. Me patcho so to can every now a TD idea how they are. Me patcho Kai say a time herbal mixture and a Kawasa Mama Hunam Yinayo ya would you want you would tip power bufro. Me patcho would run a time herbal mixture. Now, oh, yeah, bear man, I would so now watch him work who say a prostate yadia and a perceptual. And to be a wabiano Shannon so time mixture and then the capsules there and no ye and nemun san yadie druke se pa 21st clinic mama namwa say some so asere and newie ye ka 21st clinic asiatica yadie ne de wo munkuto na timi so ano sa so na RSYD no Vigi Studios almost asere newie na bio mama nkoso nka say endpoint homeopathic clinic the end to chronic diseases when ye aboafo newie wo ma so asere yere for God and country jumadi no bro menemo ka say McCarthy, Charles McCarthy, the editor for the Hawk newspaper. I don't know why he's in white today. And I know for that minim say and never said I said white with and gramophone tag come now prince so hey, me dear prince.
What do you mean? I mean, names that no can't you.
Why? Prince.
Hey, Matis wa both do you have? I mean, your boss head.
The head of communication for the IT then. So we are head of communication for IT.
Fosters.
They me my first are head of that's a spokesperson. They are head of communication.
For the
IT committee of the New Patriotic Party.
That's right. Post in the mode, bro. Post in the mode.
But a ban IT, we brutal.
Post in comes with integrity.
I don't know. Not give first.
No, give first.
I don't know.
Any NCA.
Oh, Prof, na me share article be amateur. Me dey ajo ni beji papa.
Sir, na fa den.
Oh, road safety. So kase drivers no. Omo and tia omo no mon kasa.
Yeah.
The system bi na mpese ka ye. Ghana. So na tracking enti no so bi hawa. And I will be reckless driving near here. Na public no passengers no. Na mo must send it in codes.
Okay.
So to over time no be to say ratings. So un say yet me rate company B and a shop B near that kind of thing. It take rate drivers and after a while no we do some points be it will show say I was see you free road no so. I
was a driver kon e give license in free zone.
Me hear article na me.
But should na push mame. But when you watch the carnage on our roads, the padudu ewu one year did them ewo ya quantum ponso. Prince, what message does it send to you?
Well, a problem multifaceted. Multifaceted because clearly. And I share the consistency of the statistics now. It also tells you say issue near systemic. Yes.
Where systemic?
Almost every year the number of deaths
pass over 2,000
and the number of accidents every year. They almost say some astronomical improvement say 20 difference. I mean it's the same year in year out until we have a systemic problem.
But most of them know. So we hear reports now.
SOMPA FM.
And your driver negligence. Most of the accidents is about 90% and your driver negligence.
Okay, I have to admit, say, for sure, driver errors account. I mean, that's obvious. But I don't know the breakdown of the statistics well enough. And I don't like because I was say yes steady. Every year be a statistics see send making give or take 2,000, 15,000 for so many years. So what I say, and you know, I was say ye share analytics ni ye na ye breakdown no very well. Emu ahe na ye nhwehwemu ya na ye nhwehwemu no so enko ye. So ebi before your problem back no your research na ade na very weak. But see ye hwemu ye a ye behu exact percentage or exact to approximate quite accurate. I just said driver errors, vehicle, the type of vehicle, all these things and I will see it to me a track it. To track it because BBA and ultimately know it's about data. Data and a better baby the most errors in the free. Say driver and you funny say because me name the specifics.
Yeah.
I am going to say, you won't say be 50% pure driver errors. Then you zone in on 50%, because that's where the majority of, or at least almost share the the biggest. So the biggest issue near driver errors are. Then we zone in on the drivers because you bet me impacted problem the most. So then if you say driver, then the question is driver no cry no. What else? And happen? Yet, for example, alcohol problems but
drug
education. So when I mentioned, for instance, me, you see, and more from the BTI they research. Other explanation be
but Prince we they say who crowd card yeah it afro passenger car
PROF minim pa sentin me macho ho krata and then ya mehwehwe na me the article na ma
obitimi ye overtaking bi uyem hia be hye
no meti wase o but ne American say ni nyina no ultimately data no nhwehwemu no na beboaye every year bia with all due respect we statistics. It's only a matter of time answer as a statistic no at all anatomy. But you ultimately say wait me aka so drive private car into you safe.
With a Makati so akaba Makati managing the data for the Hawk newspaper. Makati na pacho what to say? Pacho so microphone my boy. Bibi abokore.
The microphone is answer mask squeeze, but this is
what's it? Your microphone out there.
Answer mask squeeze.
But no, but you can leave it on. I'll control.
Yeah, but I think it's my studio. I don't know.
Yeah, studio. I
don't know. It is a studio of its own.
It is your studio,
yeah, it's a studio on its own.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
I think I've had the opportunity to enter into several studios.
Yeah,
my setup near different.
Yeah,
that's. And I no opportunity. Your studio is different.
Yeah.
Yes, and then you. And I'm in chair. I
praise. Yeah.
Was what for now for?
Yeah.
Accident. Yeah. I think the. A human error constitutes a chunk of it. Reckless driving, over speeding, but quite also come. Oh, my tumor about 60% of your crime in bad. Then you can be certain of this accident.
Makati, please let me just cut in. I mean, call Akuma Dynamic Din Komosis here. Yenya Honorable Ufusu Champon or no a year MC for Akuma Dyna Yenen Din Komo Nevi. I was SOMPA 106.5 FM concerning the accident. See Ewa Akuma Dyn. Honorable Wadaroma, Ewe Yamakwaba for God and country so on SOMPA 106.5 FM. Akra na pacho ho ye de.
nyame adom mechia one sumpa etiefo nyina
sumpa etiefo edase ya wa haso yeda wase nanu adano akwenhia na esi wo eye akomadan no ye bisa se eye den na esi ye because menim say you have been briefed.
Yeah. Mini amame na wasida enta enche obio. And okwe mi say nanu ade beche nra. Enyina ya che atamde. Enyina ni say akwanhia anu odin esi ewo akomadan. Just in front of district assembly. Office no Ebrana Bobe Tobacco Apem. The Cobain said, Yegina Yakwa Juma Name office. And yet say pound on and Yegina P by no quantum say a year of one part, yeah. Your friend of Stambiki. And a flat body trailer flat body and na it's a million na any in fact it is still what you need then you can copy or assembly at my F4 and sell filling station is you any mono.
Yeah.
Yeah, na your Antana Yefe approach for fire service and ambulance service or more. You move on. Not in the pan 9, the illuminated camp or more cacra. And Tempaso, the young car, no air transport, you or more. And King Kesu. Sabia. Na any purchase, Abumwa, Opunina,
and you know, maybe so, maybe
you know, you mobile and King you know, you may me and Kata be follow up. The professor, you could do on a report of the mind, a move to a account. Tinete ama tuta nipa ifri mono akwaye
12 people
and any attention kesia is karta
now me say you have been briefed appropriately now almost say a deporting and a makwensia ni si
ni eti no overtaking on say kila no na ifri Kachimaya, Lenny Exe of Master. Anna, pass no egg. Over bath no so free. Kumasia, a year when Chica, Waludi, Echo, Wench. A hoye Ashimuso. Say, Ujina, Fakwa, Argentina, Siena, Obetina, when in bed. 600 meters and more.
Wow.
And she and yet kept. And she must say, cars nearly 2 or more a castle, or more a year overtaking. And she did not only kind of just to me a fast rim. Anna a car, Tambekinoa, 1 million Remuna on it. Wow. And she America and some name but chicken and a father
and you know, Stambik driver an idea or that's what you say.
Enura Lignano in Chiesa or the Swifrim.
On the Swifrim?
Yes, Enrada Lignano Chiesa or the Swifrim. Yes, you are not ever count on the eye. And you know, more a free one. Nipa to 13.
na che so omo ye 13 omo ye 13
aye ono de nipa tu no a estian anwumre me ba enkinkes na oka ho bi na ono no nyam emu na nipa tu na omaka no na ye ono any one other guy but say ye ka say yem fa say tu me nkoji enti ono no obi free mu a wen free mu e wo nkinkes ko free mu e wo confano
enti no trailer no driver ne de anase wo mo anamuti trailer no mu de bia ho anka
ono de say wa said that yeah I say ta omo ka sakete ne e wo soro kakra
yeah
na ta obamba no e wo fo ti essence no e soro ntino an kanu be beta
na mami so report back why en sakan na say e wo akuma dan ho no mo municipality no anya de amo ambulance eye adwuma sasem we no kweben na ewom
ambulance abind that etwa ko say ye nyina ye nim say o procure ambulance the ma gen district abodo no na ye die no anya enkontia somewhere 2024 early part ama omo chepe ye repair any issue at a district in what we speak, you need ambulance, you need fire tender.
Really?
And she said, a creating this thing here, mostly they rely on a team and now and now more other quiet.
Now, honorable, what are you and she say no, and she say no, and I'm on na mutu afa fire tender any akuma dying. Ambulance any akuma dying. A dear hard dream. Me no not touch man me wo. Me chop me bo. Me not touch man me wo. Na say asem etu obi e wo akuma dying. Na e jahihye and say ambulance nsem a. Just say ambulance e free touch man. Eba kuma dan and they say the besi na esi o
problem na the buy ya twa ama mission ya say anka omo enkoye mo na ochi me steady assembly bungalow the chief accountant any ye director Etimuno.
Yeah.
It got all. If you now say, Robert, Menoka, me finance officer, or ye the chief accountant, or also the G. Yeah.
Also the G.
Also the G is here. It just.
And I'm a janitor.
Watch it. And also so a man for ye in a pepper or more by another day.
I say,
whole bungalow, young flipping cry.
Honorable, she said, Minu baby, a break, I mean, Minu, can be sure penny for but if some penny for no tears.
Yeah, I just said, yeah. And I did a minister of Interior. Nadaroma, not for more. Because a true a great thing. Now, a top baby, and you will be kind. A jar baby and Palacra Seta. So, let the fire or tender. Empire and Sanwa, a Hajin, yes, Ministry of Interior Nadaroma. Omekoye mwa na genya fire service car ewo the district
yo
yeah ambulance no so omo replace no empire mine
Honorable of so a champion, a better was a pass one mahokama in the wedding. Yo, I wish I 47 honorable of so a champion or no a year, the district chief executive for a year Akumadan district, and I'll tell you no a dinkum on accident is see a war a year Akumadan. Mahati.
Na me kan as a acquaintance so count. Say if you have Kumasi like I say expressway will be a bit more move freely but we connect narrow potholes be any more contribute to it condition of cars no account cars any be as and then ask for that reckless driving because baby at DSC akuma die as I former MP no filling station
I only one
yeah, so what is it who no, a horn what recruit where are you going to?
Just
overtaking. Aman.
Once overtaking into a so no am for the power. Uno be called okay, while overtaking also share the chino overtaking. I told them you want change your
yeah, that is even that because Honomono oh but now a reckless driver you would want to speed.
Yeah,
that's
so.
Well, it's a careful Sunni. So anyway. I think it comes back to enforcement.
Yeah.
License the ultimate transfer no mudia bro.
Oh. License no.
Oh, Ghana.
Ultimate transfer no bro.
Ghana then open up quest Gawenya. In this country, whatever you want, if you have money, you will sit at the comfort of your room.
And you get it.
You get it. I say. And who's not prince can say license you evaluate here na your assessment. You demand the amount. As okay, police China no wa pay bibia man no ko. Oh, but the year nanka mama kwa brucha travel ze license no ye reduce no your friend then wait in the grace no mo ye anek no ma je nsem now it depends on the offenses and whatever. Yeah, beboa because we are just losing people and what have you to reckless. You can be careful. That's one thing about driving. I said, Uber to be careful.
Now,
yes, but down for be. That's it. It didn't sign by sound. And also, I said, that does not make you a reckless driver. It's a speed limit. Who drive on 30, 40, 60. But so no, the best sound no call. We're proud.
But do you think that air pussy for Ayana Motawo? Yakwan tempo kasa soro entity phone I was almost abana.
Oh,
checking speeding and those things.
Some about the speed checking there's so much checking speed. And I think say driver education is so necessary. Ofa Ghana there's no data move but to share commercial drivers majority can't read and write. There's no data, but with common sense, you say majority can't read and write. Usually, more kind, actual kind, private.
Yeah, owners, private owners.
Road science and ankasa. Understanding it and what have you, so a problem. And in the young people, so young refine it. So, road rules, regulations, licensing regime, no. Na yem share buying so mom one no nya akwani bi ya akwani ya nke accident ni be avoidable.
Also MC ne kasa no ka bi say wo mo hokra no fire tender kra mo ni bi ambulance kra so mo ni bi
si fire tender de Ghana be district be ni bi enyo mo pe ntino as MC yedi mo katwi bi mo say di jawa na
di aswa
ntomo di aswa no he has a responsibility as MC say obe provide say improvise kra as obetima to car kitu bi oh sa fish ni ovans bi na in the meantime they can be using it as ambulance so transit is a Ministry of Interior and the what are you doing as an assembly? Because more IGF. Yes, sir. Yeah, so you must be proactive. So you're proactive. No taking decisions. Yes, assembling here way. You prioritize necessary. You passed the thing and then you buy. to disika koto. So assembly is betting matter.
Yeah.
The assembly has money. The Muslim person can among koto. Don't wait.
Assembly need the someone to koto.
Assembly can buy ambulance.
But they can do that through a campaigning for resources.
They said they are campaigning not a priority. The assemblies you govern the area,
the district.
The district is under you. Muna moshe so. Enti mo be so abeye necessary. Says munya ambulance. Ewo honu muna buying for be my. What are you doing with the money? Sikana mudi, what is the essence of it? You must put it to use. And once the assembly not taking decision, mo kona mo pass resolutions, mo decide say mo koto. Na MC no sole decision. Some koye we are. Why not?
All right.
The law will back him.
I mean, say Prince on this. But yeah, Prince, you don't think, sir, it's about time, sir, yeah, the ambulance at the Amad District. I know, sir, insurance cover, right? And I say insurance and cover ambulances, you know. Because insurance cover a better comprehensive. So you're comprehensive there, it should be replaceable.
PROF car no.
Car na ambulance no. One say
okay. Well, and yeah, those say ambulances mostly in a state agency. It's a whole agency almost share ambulance services. So one of the things that yentimi anye we ya ban mu ana metepa because me were a few and amfofo a omo ye fire service ejuma, firemen, firewomen, and according to near normal kano, the previous government, you know, near be with the security services, but you know how another to lead the police and the army very well. The fire service for no mudi yaupa. I know that for a fact. By the way, with all due respect to me, I way near was a chassis and can say fine say local assembly na to me find a way that's fine to me but I think say by way so nearby be so me catch say yaw bakwa na me amidi sign nipa na minimum fire service say omo tender ne omo equipment no na the government and timia to omo the way other security services no mudi yaupa. I'm telling you for a fact in TNDC monsumunye bibi do something before you die.
All right, yeah,
na mebao na mo retuli
bakati
me say NDC for omo abaina me pacho abaye tisono omo nsunye bibi.
Very good.
Emma you so what I said send another Gigi ni din onewa bebre who ambulances you send or yeah. One of the good things about ambulance na what district be an say strategically no BBC what I know ni say sometimes no mutiminya ambulance from surrounding districts no munyina babeboa woni amateur no. So we need to cite a lot of these a very important say district bi abenyabi so that they can pull into assembly si na akomadan ubun say other areas no so to me babeboa
other areas. What if say other areas say
the first one in your bank but I'm saying say no cry no omu hia more but only I make what you say other areas no so to me. I know I've heard about incidents other districts no so to me more equipment babeboa. They are very important see very to learn. So NDC for munye BB for fire service for.
Me da say abusha for SOMPA 106.5 forgotten country. Ya bada en wa basisia na ya ba the first 300 returnees from South Africa wo mo ababedu. Aban announce some 5 packages opese what they emo ene ehonkron ban samwo bia won ba ya wo mo keka na wo so bebia wotie no saying na one year abano wo so yebeji omo akan ho. We are talking about the reintegration of 1 year ye omo from South Africa back to this country. Eno ye beka ho asem. Te metwa me ho abasisi a.
Munde dinam se menya foreign call. Hello papa, what do bad to be a new? Se me feel London, echo US. Na no crowd wo kura from me bo mamania. Na papa mo hot say. Awurade aduma haboko. Na kujejesi, echo bosem penemo. De woton adansi ho niam no nso. Wo hye ho de. Oh, wo hye ho. Echo ba, mesi wo boduma kura sre kane no a. Na wodro US won so manfo bo ndin sa na. Hey papa, US hakura de. Na kujejesi company limited agi ba bia. Wom Holland, Germany, France, Italy, London, Canada. Eba adensi ho niam dia. Obia se na kujejesi company limited. Na matese wo bie depo kesie bi e wo kasoa. E ho na wo bia koto adensi ho niam. Na eye no kura papa. Oh, eye no kura pa. A police station in Chanhua. Hey, a kuoba sempre monono. Onye mereda. She, we kurano mi ensamua and we be en fufro yawo. Baku abua kwase paase kumase. E ba ko so pokua se nkran ha. Obia se na kodwogesi eye bemaba. E wa dansi mu. Waton cement, iron rods, banding wires. And adua plywood and just said about dance roll. Te se bibia e de she e dansi ase de ko wie. Depo no nyina nso eye tufo bo. Wo du ka mu a, wo ko ja free. Akra we kaswa depo ene pokrasi de no kra to nchen a wasa wobu akoteman Tantra Hill Iron City amanfrom wasa bie depo kese so e wo Koshiman Kumasi sepase depo no kra da nchen a ebisu magazine road head office no wa bie depo kese so e wo da de ntam edwisu Akra road femesa opposite Alhaji Celia ampaba meboshen Tanoso Breman and Amanfrum. Numbers of man for the fre 0244 313 752 and 0244 41 93 93. Nana Kujejesi Company Limited. Hey, a Kuabas in Primono.
In the stillness of the morning, before the noise of the day begins, there is a sound rising, a sound of prayer, a sound of power, and a sound of victory.
Yamawakwaba was SOMPA First Service. I was SOMPA TV, SOMPA Radio.
Your early morning altar of encounter. Join Bishop Albesaki Kwambo.
Onyankopon di fa wastra no eweye brem. Enam ne nsaso ama Onyankopon we ya won wade pi.
Through this prophetic platform, destinies are aligned, burdens are lifted, and lives are transformed.
We need to teach us SOMPA First Service. Ewo homa yen. Enye TV program keke. Eye bra osro ne asasi hia. Eye bro Onyankopon kasa chenema.
Set your alarm, tell a friend, gather your family, and let the Spirit of God reposition your life.
And SOMPA First Service encha wo hu hoda eya dwada kusi efiada anopa no num kusi anopa no nsie fa woda no nyina share radensa na erade beye
Emra, me pacho bra na me hwa de wo bagi.
Bra, aden, ena nso biem.
Hey, time heba me hye ya me ka se yi ba akun, ani wayi me ensen.
Bra, sanya time heba me hya, esia gyimi ni me fiefo enya de abako ebeso yen.
We de udi se ofa ni nyina.
Time heba me hya, me ka se me di one dance ya heaven ena de me kwa akopie. Enti se malaria, we draw ne time heba mixture.
Enye enunku o, de nanum ato a wontimi ani die no. Time heba mixture duro no ena ye ma wo. Oba a wafa afuro de o ma akwada no fo. Eni akwada woni mfie dumienu entimi num aduro yi bi se obeto aduro yi bi anoma hwe se wakọ hospital anase lab ame yehu se wo atridie malaria yi bi ansa se opetam heba misha enu dudu atu a fo ani kire KNG Herbal Center ewo Emrom Abidjan House ana ba akoso wo atonsu Monaco Junction
enu echi obenya bi atowo over the counter medicine sellers eni herbal shop dodo na emu
Fre 0244 417669
Kayo set time no TIME time herbal mixture afi malaria fever bi adani ziba ewo munu betu akọ
FDA agi ejwadi enkratu yi atu
Hatia special local foods abakade enye aduane ne aduane o ye wa aduane ne ye wa aduane enye nwanwa se Ghana ha ahemfo eyi akese wedding akese party akese se mu pe baabi a wo be serve wo ma wo ho se ye buffet ene wo mo ye se ye local continental dishes a wo bi atwa nani a Hatia special local foods ewo hacho atomic kwano so hono de enti e friend local foods ne say enye wo mo ye aduane a na wo mo atentam tomatoes apro meko apro jena apro garlic apro no de aye aduane say ehye abontine aduane edi yenye ne bisa dabi Haji esuro nyame etinye nwanwa se Ghana ha etitire se ministries agencies akese eyie ahemfo na nanom ahema mo wo mo tenase no wo mo si ye bedidi ye didi eziban ye didi a wo mo se mo mumfra hajia special local foods if is a hono and aduane no ekoyi Ghana hebe bia wo mutimi servo hajia special local food pese wo fra eye 024 63 59921 024 63 59921 and as 059 479 7215 eye 059 479 7215 for na with them 21st clinic eye sciatica expert sciatica no wo nerves na wo to ase na fa wo siremu na fa wo nansia besi ase ho no se ho techema eno ene ye fa ne sciatica na etimi bubu wo to ase ka wo se dwe wo sirem wo je ho ba bi a enye na no na 21st clinic ba ye adwuma pa wo mu ye nti abaso bo ma je ne wo Ghana ha ene amono ne enya asem ketewa wo mu je international awards ahodo wo mu je local awards ahodo na anu nso na wo mu bie the only sciatica research and treatment center in Africa bibrim ha no ebi ni ba bi a je 21st clinic nkoa wo mu de bibiduro ene besa o yare no masa de machine aka ho eya yare sabia yare bia wutimi de ko ne mama ade ba ko a wo ma gidi wo mu pa no eye sciatica ena stroke nso de kwa diabetes ne hypertension ne ade Ghana ha ba bia wo mu ho enkran ha se ye wo Tantra Hill runabout se wo free enkran eba ye wo wonsa ni faso wo fra masaman so na eba nso a wonsa bonkum so e ho na wo behu ye 0540 311 311 0540 311 311 na 21st clinic still wo mu ye sciatica expert. Aha! Just hot kinky.
Just hot kinky.
And your hot. Just bread and pastries say. Just hot kinky dokono noa. Ye di yellow corn vitamin A wo mo no. Na ye 3 Ghana se de sepe.
3 Ghana se de sepe.
No mo to dokono wo monten so. Eno no mo tu eton no. Say die. Occasion bia. Se wo pe dokono serve wo ho a. Wo die free. Na ye customize na maw. Se de wusi penny bia. Protein na opese ye de ka ho. Ni aya ma wo kama. Yes, we take orders for every occasion and you can customize the price of your orders based on the kind of proteins you like at a very affordable price. And to say obie nim say just hot kinky enwa enye de serve ya wo ho just bakery e wo dome commercial bank in chenwa enti freyen and 025 60688832 na yen customize wo orders ne maw ne fa serve wo ho se de wusi pen pepepe just hot kinky hot
Abuja for because what about December so SOMPA 106.5 FM for God and country my main house RSYD no video studios in the way almost so asare studios are suye obetime twa videos obetime twa your pictures quality ones in here RSYD no video studios now it's a state of the art facility na kai say cameras are use no ye abefu de ne bi omo creative director wo ho enti pacho se opese twa music video and now opese twa social media short videos na the place to go RSYD no video studios na backdrop in the professionally no one more camera every location that you want no bepacho ubenya no RSYD no videos ebusia wo macha kwan ewo Malam Abase ewo First Kokro Street no so go over there and experience the creative environment where your vision can become real for you. Bepacho from 057 4715 030397482 RSYD no videos studios ya better must say 21st clinic so a boy chidom time herbal mixture also you better must say endpoint homeopathic clinic moso you better must say maminko na me tiasien free makati chen makati say Ghana ni share was South Africa minimum ka say first 300 ababedu oman penyin ene na pamfo announce some package we are ye de ema omo na I believe say one package you know. And you think that is enough for a year, 1 year, Yakofo free South Africa?
Prof, I will tell you.
Oh, that I don't say.
I say whether it is enough or not. And I'm a mystery because yeah, Tigana is a nyabi. Ana.
I don't pray.
Papa Kigina. See, I Tigani nyabi. Ana. See, TV. Yet, Uncle Buama. Ya build a country. A package in Yabi, and to what to bata. Na sema ba, na ya boka for plane. E dia bedru ya mao lorry fare, ya mao obisi amount 5,000.
Obisi amount 5,000.
Yeah, there's a video of one of them or says in the transport there's a 5,000. I say bag no sika mu bi ni ntade bi she money na zufo. E be sambo ama wako na say o ma hwe how to reintegrate them. Yeah, you wo ha no ya nya sambo ani bi.
Wow.
Ntini say wanya bia.
But let me my for on the package I buy a promises whatever the retainees or move South Africa no one almost transport assistance and no boa ama womo etimi akọ mu fie na wo makoka mo busia fo ho so as na wo say a temporary accommodation ye be pe bia ma mada said e be ya o be transit e de akọ mo busia fo ho ye ma mo counseling services some psychosocial and mental health support to address maybe how we are and nam wo ma dream and a financial support and also about access to employment and business opportunities and also another one. So Makati, these are the 5 your friend is a support services are buying edema.
Much as they better balance is at least young jaw more honum.
Yeah.
Now for once act as a country war citizens citizens who hear I don't know, in the past Ghana would have been silent about this. In yes, migration, people do it on their own. But say everybody matter. Because in this country a celebrity George Floyd, is that the name?
Yeah, George Floyd.
Floyd US. State barrier Ghana. There's a presidential message and whatever. There's a Ghana new who are buying a bohun card in the bar. It is good. But in all this, what I want to focus here, how much are we spending on all the evacuation and saying the yes say as all mine? Because as far as 2026 budget near concerned, so expenses were not captured. Why is it? Consolidated near charge also fee. So how much is it? For accountability, they want to know. They say they are about 800. It's about 800, and that will be a 5,000. This is we there now, can you now? Bit my simple mathematics, no you multiply. What about the other incentives? No, you can't more opportunity, access to employment, business opportunities. Obiso a hairdresser, Obiso was saloon or are we going to set them up here like it was done for the first person? What kind of opportunities need be more?
So the first person
and American until when we want to know because government has announced it. What is in it? They should carry us along. No, you who say employment opportunities. They be a jumapa model no, and I say why models ni bi. Eno mudi omokwa from what kind of employment opportunities are they talking about? Business opportunities being, you see, that are buying so carry along so that we'll be able to appreciate. You go far, for instance, transportation assistant. I say, oh, once and obey yet me I could do the crew. One man no allowance, one man some cash allowance be 5,000. Some fan to know. What shall the boss you over money juma? What type of job? Job no one here. And I yet you when we be no more mobile. Ye be a more. What I say. Yes, but young kind of country, I don't see this as xenophobic. Yeah, it's your South Africa, no. You see, xenophobia, not xenophobic, is a hatred
or time
or the fear for foreigners, a stranger. And to be who is so for no stranger, no. So ye bibini, so ye bruni, mum pe ahuwa, and there's xenophobia, no. But we, the South Africans, and say they are targeting blacks, Africa for. Eno muni yanya. Ntuye Nigeria ni wuye Ghana ni wuye Togo ni Zimbabwe omuni yene wasem. So it is Afrophobia.
I guess xenophobic.
It is not xenophobic. Let's tell South Africans the truth. That it is Africans they hate. You know, mom pay asem because Malema be confirm me. Julius Malema in his apology, can clear say yes. Yam fan chomo. Enyomwa. Omo na abrofo na omo tra omo so omo fa hunde so be see neno. Ene dia two mutim so South Africa for na better than all of us, and that they are no blacks. And omo dreams are no. For me, we can't just go to South Africa and repatriate or evacuate Ghana for Muhammad Kaho. Now you can say no, you know that is not how to go. Maybe if you say as a mine, as a sovereign nation, Ghana no, see your Tito Sikoko South Africa for.
Oh really?
Yeah, no more TRCSA. They are not an island. They cannot live alone. So much jet to so mo bet me aye o mo there. Then you be build your mind. Say no mark they should come and tell their leaders to build their country. The cheek of it. Just in the group. See, omomra back. No more country mumpenyu for they should build their country. Then no mumpenyu for ye na ye fa. Omo tu kwa agba hono.
Okay, just in Tazuma, eh?
Yeah. Say ye be ye no ha at least South Africa for Ghana. Ghanaians thought say ye nyina ya Africa for. Yes sir. Enunti no ohun yen ku bibini a obetimi de adwuma ma no. Enunti na ye subject to Ghana Telecom, today Telecel. Ya yen substandard to MTN. MTN na Ramaphosa Cyril or what shares go South African company. What is it? ShopRite and many companies over 100 more drive cars above car pimping companies or more or mine weeble from retail to mining South Africa for. It is some more catches here. See a building in Maya. At least let's take over our resources. And a young coupon dear Maya. Now ya use ya the farm building in Maya. Ye this South Africa contract to be a year 1 year. We should start by recalling our ambassador after the evacuation. We need to register this for South Africans to know, say no. Muntimi yes sir and trubia. I mean do ya okay say a daily graphic.
Daily graphic I
You sitting here, Prof. Say story bad net tia SOMPA. You will not highlight that story. You will tell the SOMPA narrative. No.
Sure.
Daily Graphic is telling the South African narrative.
Edition Benga.
Oh, unzo muka say I nipa 300 no mo screen here no.
Yeah.
Say 10 pe any documented.
Okay.
Whose narrative is that? That's South Africa's narrative. And your narrative. That is not coming from our embassy. Then you have a state-owned media. Yeah, born who can. So no South Africa for so much at this time. Will be pushing on an agenda, will be pushing the narrative. When they are saying that they are not happy about the way Ghana government is going about this issue. No? And I say now you are justifying what they are doing. So indeed,
was it their editorial?
But they publish it. Go graphic on Facebook.
Now editorial, or it was just a story they were publishing.
It was a story they published. So it is their discretion. They're giving that a voice, and for me, I'm disappointed because so will keep your image intact. So must say, "Yeah, mom, Ukraine na takwa." Minds are more matter several years or no. Your mom opportunity. Now you extend the contract by 20 years. At this time, when South Africa is telling us that they don't need us, they don't need blacks. Prof, this thing is happening at the time Africa is a free trade, Africa continental free trade. After, at the time borderless Africa. Say your person you do one currency. Yes, Aniega. Now South Africa, you will not be diplomatically. That means we are not a serious people.
And to say
Africa must come together and tell South Africa say they are not bigger than anybody.
And you just said
when I was AU is a useless body.
The AU is
it has been useless.
How useless? How useless?
How useful is AU? Tell me how useful AU is, then I know they are no useless.
At least we have the after.
And I then you.
Don't we have that?
What is the use of after?
The African continental.
And you use it a day. Prof, let's discuss serious associations and groups.
The AU is not a serious association.
Has AU been serious before? AU and Nomobeku Gaddafi. AU couldn't defend. And whatever is happening within the sub-Saharan African region, when it comes to dictators, Togo, Nasingbe Yadema were ruling several years. Naneba attending the whole no AU don't have a say. AU has never had a voice apart from dues or Mutria Momo. I will Mudino Ma committee, the Sika apart from that thing. AU. And AU are more challenging Tinubu election and no mad or my Tinubu chairman. AU Tinubu election was challenged in Nigeria. There you far confirming as chairman of AU.
Now,
is that a body you want to take serious? Mami, come on. This seems more of a digression. If you want us to come and discuss AU, well, it was AOU, and on my best is under AU. Organization of African Unity. They don't do anything. They don't have any use.
All right,
if it's a useless, useful body and capacity, you see, in South Africa for ni aye, you know, man for they are illegal, undocumented immigrants. You know. For me, it's not fair. And not fair. Now, maybe now Obama president in the voice.
Yeah.
Cyril Ramaphosa cannot tell us to say he does not support whatever is going on in South Africa.
Really?
He can't tell me that. What is the use of South African police? Use of South African immigration day. And in the wood citizens, no more to go chrome, a boa man for you heard them.
Yeah.
Beating people they were Mubugana for any black person. Now, so buying in support. I don't think they would afford them. Jacinta is walking about freely. You think they're going to have picked her if government was against it? Says Ramaphosa on yet in supporter. Why is Jacinta and her group walking about freely? They have not covered their faces. Maybe what? They are doing this. They still have the guts to go record themselves on social media and post, and nothing has happened to any of them. Then hypocritically, our opposer will go and send this message and say he is in support. Checking the campaign message. He talk about reforming the immigration laws and what have you. So the citizens are enforcing it for him because he has failed them. And nothing is yet necessary. That is why it is necessary. See, you are buying some more say they are not better than us. For nothing at all, you will go to how more company are trying how to South Africa. They repatriate all those monies from here to South Africa. And no money could develop South Africa. Yes, let's keep it here. After all, you see a indigenize the mining sector. For me, we should terminate the contract. For me, we don't have to even wait till say a bear spy. They have shown us enough indignation, disrespect. No man, you no more biao. Who are you? South Africa, who are you? Then I'm Obinibi. What do you have? You don't hate the people who have made you what you are. You rather hate a man for Yabuamo. Listen to their president. Now, Obi, one Yabiama was here. So, monochrome. So, Yabuamo, ya door, Samamo, ya Jemo. Abraham to me, Casamam for common Samamon. Is that how you pay the people?
Yes,
the evacuation is not all. So a ban will born in whom you. no mama ban or born in whom you extend this our contract by 1 month as some of us will demonstrate against them.
Which contract? Are you talking about the Goldfields contract?
Yeah.
So born whom so
extending 1 month we will demonstrate against them.
All right, it was SOMPA 106.5 FM, 29 minutes more to 5 for God and country. Nasa Brewa Suguso. Now, Mamin Cow say, a year 21st clinic. As well as in the way pa. Yakacho say, Yadia, yes, Siatica. Wamukuto no more draw, one with that camp. Ama Yadeno, a free hawk crap. At the matter, wow, sissy. A year we are through the sciatic nerve. And na musirim, na be pure nasia kai. Say bia was all the way no a 21st clinic sa dear no a dear that's one a sciatica ya dear now but your person who 21st clinic a jack wire ube one crying ha Tantra Hill runabout tema omo Roman Catholic aso da nichiwa kaswa one more new market obuom kwano so Kumasi ube one more overseas baby SOMPA FM wo sunyane omne Regional Hospital, first gate in the D and Shenimo. Techiman, Babyana Old GN Bank a 21st clinic a and grandson, one more bang a year children's a year pack. Takwa or more low cost. Takwadi, a few command over 9 Texas station. 21st clinic, SRO clinics maybe a breakum. Goso and Obuase from 0540 311 311 0540 311 311. Prince Bachoma into
yo the prof again mefa akwanya so achia wati for no watch for nyina South Africa issue no very complex because South Africa hono omo internal political issues are koso inti sometimes no we try one sha some of the forces na drive issues na koso no so what I say ANC are dominating almost politics right from the time omunyo mpa hundie of course yenyina yekeka ho eboa omo in different ways to get a more efahudie mebwa sure but since then ANC are now dominating to say one party kind of a political situation
because blacks and adults
right and send and kaum bunsu betimi two different parties
yeah.
and but so far no and yet sana akoye ne ho ANC dominated but gradually no ANC for no omo lucy sa grip na omo over the South African political situation. Into normal so I jittery. But what you must say, omo jittery. Tembia no eba bibi to say immigration near there. One of the areas timemfo no ahotre ene man ko yi kakra bia na sa anti immigration no na koso. It happen pa. We've seen it even in America. We've seen it in Europe. But ultimately, so let's be a bit careful. I mean, Sheda Niminuya agree on some of the things are not all canon. Say they hate blacks and those things. There are systemic issues.
But Prince,
Prof, Mame Kamedi.
So Okachem said there are systemic issues. Would agree to that. But the hate, part, time over far we don't go black. Now we try to chab.
Prof.
Batch you.
There is enough intellectual emotions no. First of all, my main second of all, second of all, my main and expressing my sympathies with Nipana Omoye involved in this whole episode. So I say very challenging. The first time I BBC happened yeah, Ghana for we had our aliens compliance order
1969.
Okay, Nigeria also had Ghana must go.
Retaliate 79.
Me pachotimasi. So let's be a bit in your perspective, kakra. And there may be happening emotions ne bemu. Yensu ya pamu microphobia free kromuhada. Ebimu so pamu yensu free to send Nigeria before. And a lot of times, Are they Nigeria for blacks?
They are.
Ghana for blacks. Blacks.
But where they be, those times are not Ghana for Pamo Nigeria for no. Not Womobu Nigeria for no.
Hey, until that make us say systemic issues and so on. Systemic issues and say violence in South Africa and so very high. Already. It's relatively violent country. Ghana is not like that. But ultimately, Ghana for Nipakum Mujashie and those things, thankfully, no, yes, our culture, no, and yet, ye common, ha. Yameni Danasi. In South Africa, well before this, some of these incidents happened, no, they were always had one of the highest crime rates, highest violence, and all of that. 10 years they are in the top. Part of it is our apartheid system. I'm not trying to defend anybody, but yen kwenya na tra mic nso aye wo asedi nso se e be educate timamufo no mo some of those details no so ti ase na ni nyina na beboa amente ase na yeden abamu kakra. And I'm just letting you know say omo ho no ankasa violence is high and check cry na a trigger. So and then again, this is not to justify anything, but me no kure woman no facts no na America. It's a violent country. And documentation is being shown say systemically, you know, before no are having a harder time getting documentations. Some of the foreigners now as investors its studies have shown say they seem to have a more clear path to get documentation. South Africa needs to be confronted on those things. But ultimately, we don't want a situation idea where Danny populace na President Mahaman why you being a bida. Masa, what are you talking about? Nana do evacuate students from Ukraine. We even integrated them into our medical schools. Dr. Isiasare led that committee.
These were students, too.
Yes, but students near, but we integrated them very well. It wasn't packages and the settings, but these were real integration. They provided them psychological care, all those things.
Evacuation where course on the settings room.
No who send ya shisha near maini and one namini kase ya tikruma kra nipa ne bebre hu bi sa. But that's just by the way. I'm just saying, say evacuation dear. And your first time we've done evacuations from Libya, we've done evacuations from Nigeria, bigger evacuations. So I say, and we've done evacuations that have been excellently handled, more excellently, substantively handled by people of a serious heft like Dr. Nsiasare. So I'm mentioning almost integrity, almost in terms of employment, education, and everything. Now, according to me or continue, I've spent about half of my life outside. Half here. My birthday 2 days from now. 52. So I mentioned. And me mama trahano mama suppose be our 2 coin. I won't. Some people do that. It's wrong. Because yet, do you know, say the second largest inflow into my way, I hold a currency, hold the na will be a josusidia, omomenya ason, any dollar, nessa man. Currency are a hold the currency power kruma other than gold, a remittances. It's number 2. It's higher than cocoa. Higher than cocoa. As at 2024 now official and unofficial remittances nearly $12 billion. Without it, this country will literally collapse. Construction inquire school fees yentimi ntra no mo mama yese wo mo adwane afri ha ene wo mo ko ene yen kwa na atikromo aye misunderstanding. However, say ebi akobaebi akohaso, we can't blame them. Na asema ba ho aban no what we need from them is not all too much settings. What we need is substantive progress on the root causes, and the root causes are two: economic. Some who a research no. Root causes near me. Two. One, economic. So the other one also no to me is that documentation issue in Africa, the path between Africans to regularize ourselves, and yet good enough. So we need the government not to be praising themselves on 300 people they've evacuated, but to get to the substantive issue of how do we make sure, say, and for a path to proper regularization of their
evacuees, and they praise ya by you.
Me tell you, Kafra. At the end is if we, I mean, and President Mahama send you see fire in the police. And yet no assembly. I'm saying yeah, substantive action. And one of those now make can say root cause and it's a documentation of how a path to regularize themselves, other Africans. That's number one. And number two is the economic emancipation. The economic emancipation is critical. Both of the blacks in South Africa, because a lot of this, the challenges and the opportunities are almost lacking, and so South African government needs to try and up its game right from the time when we are independence. The benefit of the independence has not really reflected in the lives of many of their citizens. And no so can this.
But I said, you maybe was South Africa.
Intino, me time so intino, I can't get into the fine details. All I'm saying is omo citizens lives however they will do it, they have to find a way to improve omo lives. The more amount for a life say improve it. I've been an immigrant. If you understand the immigration issue, it's often economic related. Nipana omo bobrana sebi omo wo omo bi edino. Most times they are more open. But ultimately, it's usually omo feel so obi and omo komo omo je very anti-immigrant.
So osha package na aban de ma a addition one free South Africa, Ghana addition free South Africa about my package then abaka. You think it's good?
Near me work or package no one makano me say there are substantive issues on no money hunjuma. And Maka already be to say the regularization. AU nomnia de no mumye who faso more. No monche hawa ye African no cope baby fufra. There is a path. Bobra ye was said ye you are not involved in criminal activities near day. There is enough scholarly and research information say many of these people after doing all these things they still don't have a path to regularize themselves in because obi betra okrom chief no one yet documented. So do we want to be overwhelmed by undocumented immigrants? We don't. We don't want that. Ghana for na enti ye ka South Africa de no so no na yensu ya kan ye de because obi ani ho no more person obey overwhelm enti no meba o yen try na yen hwe how we can regularize
but
immigration.
My worry
so
is that
it's only fair.
My worry is that so utie Ghana's High Commissioner to South Africa Benjamin Kwashia asama can say about 80% of the evacuees na ye de omo free South Africa eba Ghana ha no woman, they are legal. Fred is saying,
chief
migrants.
Mebao, as we sit here right now, South Africa information, any Ghana dia okay, ebobra. This is what is happening. I didn't agree with Minue when he was
question some now.
Say graphic would do the graphic needs to report the facts. Graphic Igma Ghana authorities enough opportunity to respond to what the South Africans, and that was also reported. So they have to, they're journalists, they have to do almost say 10 out of the 300 and they are documented. So Ghana also can say
80.
I say 80%. And please, let's get to the bottom of it. As at the time a graphic show, they had given the Ghana authorities the opportunity to respond. They had not. Into Omunya, they will have to report. The final bit, or they or can be about gold, I believe. Say, my first of all, you go in here, I'm a president in black voter, from black voter, and we are aware of a master plan to turn almost your gold in over to the family. Well before it even started, we have been aware. So let's not go.
How did you know?
And yeah, send ye MPP and so were your sources. But I can tell you,
sources near confirmed, and I say,
well, it's playing out what we have been aware, and I'm telling you, say we are aware, say no nye Hong Kong two-way. They want more. We will all see what will happen. But having said that, Prof. You see, say government, say multinationals, yentimi fa any kind of knee-jerk reaction biya. MTN currently controls over about 73% of the telephone market, about 90% of the mobile money market. You can't just play with them anyhow. But ultimately, we can't use emotions and make any, with all due respect, knee-jerk decisions. This is even my industry. This your friend is saying the digital economy, according to Ghana Statistical Services, 2025, it represented 23.7% of our GDP. It's not a joke. So we can't do anything knee-jerk. If government etnasi na ye dream money na who say some of the excesses I happen here near the government of South Africa is culpable near there. We can look at maybe some sanctions. But ultimately some restitution and other things. But then now every South African company and every Ghana and all these things. And yet practical. That's we don't subscribe to knee-jerk reaction.
But unim say now can we say and this aban or this the Damai mines the ama Ibrahim Mahama. But a quick check I've just done actually say the former president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, did play a role in the acquisition of the Damai mines by Ibrahim Mahama.
Chief.
Yes.
The mine was given a tender. Tender, ultimately a cookie tender for the president's brother. We're all here. You're small boys. And these things have to be reviewed. Okay? They will be reviewed. But as of now, NDC cannot do any of this. Obi any NDC obey to me akwa such a review. Just MPP bar any be sadie. Me say review because everything has to be proper.
Until review, until processes now with the firm.
I just told you one of the preliminary reviews are a lawyer CB Atro. I just said they could not have done a bid within the time frame that was done. That would be proper according to the laws, and the laws have to be followed. They can't vary the laws for the president's brother. They may do it because they have the power. And I make say that the procurement laws.
Can you be specific with the law?
I've read the article. I don't have the specifics in front of me. I play lawyer. I'm a lawyer. But I have read some of our legal opinions. I just say, for all intents and purposes, okay, the practicality of that bid process within the time frame could not be regular. That is what I'm saying. I didn't even say a review needs to be done. asking for a review is not tantamount to saying say ye beji BBF Robin maka bibisa. Me say it has to be reviewed to ensure regularity. But all that I'm trying to say is ye ntimi nhyase and kasi a G company we ye pamu we free have with any kind of knee-jerk reaction. We won't do that.
All right, I mean now say Prince and I yet Makati.
I think say Prince follow whatever is happening in South Africa. If he has and he's speaking the way he is speaking, then I wish him well. Ye G obi o still shop ni ye G ni adani ownership no in South Africa ni. They've served that notice and given date to that effect. Sanka ha ya baya uye juma yi. Me fan say o na we South Africa ni. And I remember for na uye juma we switch positions. You become the owner of a hanum. This is what Prince is justifying. Said they are violent in nature, and we can forgive them because violent rate in South Africa no high. He has forgotten. He has the opportunity. He stayed in abroad. See, half of his life is spent outside this country. He knows the difference between deportation and repatriation. So UK, America, what try you chiwa your bow. If you are not documented, do they beat you?
No.
They keep you as asylum. They give you opportunity to come and justify why you are in that country. One to me and justify, they return you. Yes, I know. They don't beat you. They say try man for ma now we say eno de here.
Oh, one can say who here.
But what did he say?
No,
he said he's not justifying. But if you are not justifying and you are condemning what I have said, what are you doing? You can't eat your cake and have it. You cannot be here and here. You are you are either here or you are here. Where is he standing on this subject? Is it with Ghana or South Africa? Let Prince state it. On this subject, this topic, I would the position you're doing. Because he's not come clean.
All right, so wait, let me find out.
He's not come clean.
So wait, Prince, want to find out what's your position on this matter?
What I said, they say, say South Africa excesses no. Ghana can find ways to sanction them, and it should be pursued. I even said, say, and near my happen, there was say, yes, I said that.
How can a sovereign country like Ghana sanction another sovereign country?
But you made me a
Ghana bet me sanction South Africa.
Wait.
In what sense?
Wait.
How?
Wait. Prince, let me take a listen to you.
So I said, say, me my background. It tries to explain the social, cultural situation, the political situation. I said, I was here, man, for no credit. I also even went on to say, yes, you are coming for free, and I then said, say, ye violent by nature, yes, I am, but we've seen some of those kinds of things. South Africa. He's also mentioning an angle which I didn't even touch. Some of the legitimate business owners, or assuming some of them are even documented. So to say, business. These are all condemnable. I didn't talk about that aspect. I did not. But if you bring those things up, now it was say to me any South Africa for no discussing these excesses, because these are perhaps documented immigrants, just like they have immigrants here. And you know, if you are going to attack some of our immigrants, documented and all that, and you're also using violence on our people, there has to be restitution. There has to be that has to be done. I'm just saying, say we can't do knee-jerk. Ubika knee-jerk, mbacho otemase. Knee-jerk means you just say it's okay. Let's say and then to send Nigeria, send it to be say MTN and free.
Yeah.
To me, that's a knee-jerk emotional reaction. So I say I don't subscribe to that, and just because I don't subscribe to such an action, no, I just say I'm not with Ghana.
So Prince, I want to ask you, what should the government do in retaliation to what the South Africans have done?
I said, we should look at restitution.
What restitution? I know you're doing that.
So there are South African companies here. There are South African companies here. So I say, if you're asking me, say, okay, how could legally this be done in specificity? I'm not a technical person in the area. But ultimately, but I don't subscribe, say, as a reaction, or say, MTN and packet and you know what impact it will have on our networks. I don't subscribe to that. That's an emotional reaction. I reject it 100%. That is what I was trying to say, because I am at least in that industry. And I know something like that will be disastrous.
Because
you don't just get up and you do that.
I know that you are the former Deputy Communications Minister, NCA.
Director General. Deputy. But I'm just saying, say, some emotional overreaction. But ultimately, there needs to be substantive issues. I agree, say, government has to do the initial work, evacuation and those things. That's proper. Government in its own wisdom has to do what it has to do. So we have to Nkofua. I am not in any position to condemn that.
Yeah, government, almost say abasubo.
So more evacuation, of course.
All right.
You see, these people are revolting against our government.
Which people?
South Africa for those on the street, the hooligans. They are revolting against our government. I'm saying, say, in response, me say Mabusa and now ko bisho now ko boni tioku na wa Mabusa na South Africa ni Ghana me nyano. No, Prince must come clean on this issue. If you shoot and kill my brother in South Africa, I will hunt for South Africa in this country and do the same thing.
But that is not appropriate.
That is what is supposed to be done.
No.
Do it. You see, until you see an eye for an eye.
A tooth for a tooth.
A tooth for a tooth.
But it doesn't apply in all cases.
Now, but
now you Jesus Christ.
Me what
does the Bible say?
I get to choose what I want to do.
So let's choose what to do as a people.
And I say I don't agree with your
let's choose as a people, because what they are doing today is cruelty. What I say it's evil. Say utimi question no akobo bitua kuno just because he's an immigrant. Who does that?
But who said?
Yeah, Pama man for the senior can. Yeah, Pama be. Yeah, immigration officer ne Pamo. Omo chimo. Yeah, boa mano. No ma pekwan di ma fast no mo di mo ko mo di mo ma mo emba no mo di mo. Yes, na we no. Yes, na ye no ha. That's what they do. Who's immigration for bu obi Ghana ha. Who's a citizen that just to crop near chairman for near boom. We have illegal immigrants in this country as well.
Irrespective of the facts,
what is it? Say they will continue to do this.
Debbie. Makati, what was say?
Yeah, fire da. Yeah, obedience of power no who say who nissing. The bio the cocoa never Roma on. They have demonstrated it. Anything no more Kasasi, you are taking these things. You know, they have started talking. Say Ghanaian government, the way I call about it, you know. I say you escalated and a Black Quadri report no call as the ECOWAS or AU, you know. Jacinta and Co came and they were talking about the fact say the Ghanaian government is not being fair with that. Those things. Yeah, you are Bugana ni bako pe any issue naba. Or mabu Nigeria for Nigeria buying care, you know. They don't care. I'm on for you. Oh, they've killed people. Nigerians almost they buy Kunwe. They have evidence. They don't care. The government doesn't care. In our case, Abaya Bombodia ko for Maba. Almost say by 800. But I'm saying, say bringing them alone is not enough. SSC South Africa TSA continent here yetisono enyo mu na hwe bia. And if that will include say ye ni omo akatwa bia ye wo ye betwetwa mu a ye ntutwa bibia mu. That is my position.
But Prince, but maybe so. Say ha no. we all belong to a body AU. Nanwada and our AU AD Yedi AU Day were 25th May. 63 years. What should the AU do?
Yeah, I think say AU bet me I play a lot of role. You see, me the lots of passion. Kasa, and I respect that, you know. I never be away, so only I'm mentioning. But decision making, leadership, and idea. Sometimes, you know, so you have to take a little step back to see the best way I'll be to me I react. Maybe bia na nipa na ye ti krom ha NDC for edin atem didie and the bar power. Dia temusa de bapa ombedru ya so mo obi ani atem ni bi so and so yete hey yes MPP for ka ba kwa yes
NDC for the den
atem didie
and the bar power
aba didi atemusa
mo abemu na na mo anchichi omo
se omo se ni anchi omo do be chi
sa no mo ka
na wu timi di atem na no ayi your friend is saying NDC nibi a threaten a can send me almost to me can yen kocho and so MPP oh and the government be any honoma want you be that and yet possible
and aban or to see
aban bia
china aban we
a dodo and a bio and
but enyam from so
me say a dozen dodo
but enyam from so
tieni ye prof aban adwuma no is to enforce the law nti aban bia ni hono mo there cannot be a government in any country I'll bet transfer 4 years I will be no more emu emraso me enche no not possible so what you say and now at least on the surface of it court
say free speech
no free speech and your free speech bia na ye ultimate try
here no
of course unkai ayi your friend is saying muntie 3 unkai almost judges na ye be sure mo to say na ye judges be
oh was that what they said?
How did they say it? Can they say?
I'll give you.
Luckily enough, I was.
You were on the.
I was on that too.
Okay, so Makati, what happened?
This was what Alistair said. Or see, Chief Justice, who your bar, Electoral Commissioner, ne your bar, and you know, on Yindin said or Beshe na Yajino, but so much transi. No mo ye na asem ba ono na damfo obonadamfo ni din si obeware no
wan adamfo no bo
Alistair no bo na damfo bi ozo oni ma ba Chief Justice ozo se ye na BBC o man nimu a obeware no
Chief Justice adamfo
ono no Alistair Tahiru Nelson na damfo
okay
why is it and ona no kasa e no su or setting up premise no so o ndi so menya bibia like o meyi maame no so mu ko yi maame na BBC a na down for us e be madam for my card to say obeware onu bia ot that was it that was the statement let me tell you
until so
I am coming that was the statement and no mu misconduct us say obekunu so they will marry no copy I was in court when the thing was said the tape was not doctored but the twist the tape was not transcribed either man transcribed tape now the tape wasn't played in court. I was in court. They no court will be and no sentence. For the first time in this country, your sentence are frequency owners. In this country, there too are cast frequency owner now only hano. You train by studio. Are you court or ever more sanctions?
They never issued any threat against any judge.
Which threat? That was what Alistair was there.
There was no threat.
There was no threat, but that was what he said.
They did not talk of rape.
Rape. I'm not missing marry. That was what they misconstrued. Or say marry. He never used rape. Alista never use rape. I can give you make my Alista number. You can call Alista. No. Evidence or bet man tape number. Me, I can call it really good, and then they will get the tape for you. Mugabe, your colleague host, is there. Not your host. What was his crime? So he spared them on. That was Mugabe charge. So or spare on. Alista never used the word rape. And this one, I'm daring anybody in this country who said, Alista use rape on family. If they have the tape, they should bring it.
All right. Okay.
I'm daring you, including those who teamed up and did what they did. We know them.
I'm not for the team.
And Central for the tape in the coy. They now what court. They didn't even know some of us. So they knew up and they knew how the sentencing. No more to work. Who?
Mami, that's Prince. Let me take a listen to you. I mean, for calls. But your microphone off. On. But Prince, meet you.
Me the level of detail. I don't have that. What I know, they say,
Prince, but kindly use this microphone for me. Why? Yeah, use this microphone for me.
I know, say. A happiness that under an NDC government. And he said, Ebimu Eko, no more charge or more, Omblemu NDC government, MPP. But you see, the point I was trying to make in the say. What the main point without getting bogged down by some of the fine details that may assure me sure. I don't have.
Yeah.
To me,
just a minute and I mean pick a course.
So, Entinoni American say, a situation a bimbi it me ba. So, I say, now we or say, or no, dear, say, why then, while changing rules on the all those things have it. Bottom line to this whole South African issue, and I say, making sure you will ways I beat me daily with some of these issues. Let's come up with ways that are effective. Just because so will be okay,
so Prince, what I'm going to ask you, what I'm going to let you do now is think of some of the ways when I return from. So I'll come back to you. So
companies need be
think of some of the way. Let me pick the course. I'll come back to you.
No problem.
So 0260196064 0260196065. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Prof. How are you, my brother?
I'm doing very well. Me bacho one America says, is this do the do? Tell my mail.
Yeah, this is do the do just from China.
All right, okay, do the do my interview.
Prof.
Bacho me throw back.
Prof.
Yeah, me too. Me pacho do the do. Thank you so much. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Me pacho dini baby all kasa free.
Me mentor, Akizia.
All right. Me pacho mami too.
I'm pretty happy the Makati. You can't check. Now we are here Makati.
Who pa? Could you about that say? Macho eat you.
ABOTCHIE yes again. Calling also chair for deputy communication officer we to go constituency and abide. Of course, deputy communication officer we soon Sacramento na Yaguza organizer our and I do Ashama Mighty. Communication officer or Ashama Montuman me pacho.
All right.
ABOTCHIE me say Yamakati Kano and Kaya papa do me I do you. God will do all. God will best. What do you say? Because of Saraka, boy, for China, our mom like you just go and see right now.
Hey,
what's up with capacity? That's a America.
I hear from them with your light in them.
But China for a car, South Africa for light. I'm light. What you?
Botswana.
Yeah, Botswana, part of the Botswana. Oh, it is catch everything there. The one, you bet you two. Three, you bet 4. Because you are resetting Ghana. Because you are resetting Ghana. And the young guy, a matter, I am the year in 24 hours, Mauma. I have power. Who should some also my children home. Will be answer Antino. I'm a swally, away.
Mami Nasi. Hello, good evening.
ABOTCHIE.
Yes, what am I? But one I'm in the say. Yo, me va to that say. Yo, you know.
Before I contact the recording, the man for electra area organizer. Down to for atomic area organizer. Now, I mean, I use for atomic area.
Yes.
The airport to our South Africa. For me, I think to South Africa was yes, to Ghana, for yes, to meet you know, you car. But as a customer, you get to be at home. Things are going to go to South Africa. Not all work for no more than more than more than a Juma or a Jumano. Not so good to put your work now. Now, when you shut out, can go again.
Oh, Debbie. And somebody be seer. Mumanya Butrani and Homeso. Why?
Where the first time I went to Africa, I had the Omotaye.
But Ghana forces young guys South Africa, Hawkway. Yes, young almost someone pay us. Yes, young Hawkway. Me too. Yeah. Yeah.
And the day some to Africa. Next month I can
but concern back so Brazil and say eh foreigners na ba ho no eh kronon sam e wo soro na bema back bi so be kasa na wie e wo sompa o say Ghana bema na so ko ho a wo mo gi wo mo ma Mami Nasi obi jire chire. Hello, good evening. Yeah, me bacha one am na ka say wadaroma.
Elliot.
Big busy. Okay, Elliot in bacha my ntie why.
Ghana for President Mama, Honorable Pierre Foka, Audio Mover, Aspium, then Giant. So, when you move back, I am Ghana. Ghana, so Ghana, oh, for you or South Africa, and I'll be so for plenty. Oh, my Ghana, time for cow, a catcher, and then Alisa Apugan Mogadi, Master. That's the matter. That is normally too much. I'm telling the fact because many are not honor of Kasa NDC. Why? And not Kasa.
Ono de minjini so NDC ni ono aso a minjini so MPP ni ba ono oye the editor for the Hawk newspaper Charles McCarthy.
That's where I say Okasama no and now Kasama NDC.
Okasama no.
Yes. Or is an the citizen, not a spectator. Why would you? So my guy asked them after anything you I'm telling you. Because any form you say the Ghana no, I don't Ghana vote for that I don't Ghana vote for that MP of Parliament. You after president, after vice, after journalist, you can't manage. Because already for
yeah, but I say, hello, good evening.
ABOTCHIE, I'm from to say.
Me patrol me pum you. I sorry man to say.
Yes, our boss. Na mentia ABOTCHIE for our studio honina. Na mentia you ABOTCHIE incoming MPP national chairman.
All right.
And I say me no mo akunkai no. Oba kwa benyi electoral area. Oba Timaja is Asamoah. So coordinated chairperson and I'm a for organizer. You mean I have 12 years experience.
Advent bar now, you see.
Yeah, I can for non the mind. What any
name this?
The Arab just will be a manager.
Sorry, ba.
Many honorable Joseph for South Africa for holidays. Now, dear Dr. Mihu Kuni, even South Africa for man name, man name, Granny. Yeah, person mobile who's almost South Africa. Oh, other Gloria, and now say different countries here against Kunu because of Abrofoni. Mandela gave independently. One Pamu Abrofoni in South Africa, Kuni, Mache. Baby, Abrofoni one discipline is a cow. Baby, before the one, that the Amon Pebre, you could gun and need you to drop. Now, anything come out. There was to do a crowd of Faswa, a year, a Naju, on Bejo, Honium, because on no soil on an interpret in the honey so. More buying with my chief will be able to make a police station. Nami Yesin. All South African police station now who want to cry now who want to know what and the deal of the police station near Portugal and near Webin and did any one. Dynamite in a Honor Shas and any in Tiama, Omodianis, Omofi, Omodianis, Omoyet, Omofacility, Omodia. In Tibrash said, a Mayan Puniform, and South Africa who said, enough is enough because Ubagan ha. More near the idea to see a mother year. But your qua, your Bob near the any a cost for your home moving, and yes, a bang, you need some Sri Lanka, a Yablantio, but on Tele, also a Betty to take a cat in yesterday, woman called South Africa, no one could take a cat.
May I say, sorry, but hello, good evening.
Hey, Prof.
Yeah, me pacho one of them say.
Only by my man of a Pantan village of Casafri.
You, what are my pacho my way?
In fact, many the MPP Ninimum, Castanam, a South Africa for issue 9 MPP Nicasai, and then I in the
Oh, Adendra.
I didn't say, but the million say the 1 year wish. Yet, yes, so. Dana for us, oh, he yank at the Mary Crunco, Yanqua. I didn't be a man who says that you or here also here, oh, Yaman, Prof, we present our presented, Yanti, but I presented.
Debbie.
Debbie, it's all yes, and she can't set you on fire, some flowers or for it, and you guys have for you know, after the Debbie and Yanasa. Some of the four moon. Oh, that's any can say that. And if I say NTS, I think I telephone. Yes, we need it. Yeah. I am my out in a focus and I said that after the son, will be the idea.
Mammy, Midasi. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Prof.
Yeah, me pacho one a minute, Cassie.
We have some African Prof. Meet you.
Africa ko wedi meet you.
Yo. I'm in here on ABOTCHIE, incoming national chairman, MPP. Sergey, me am working ABOTCHIE from my chairman wife. We have the power of Wadia, and ABOTCHIE from the family chairman. You, Prof, me about Abnaka, Waba, no, has also watched out for
catches and Megeneso.
Yo, Prof, a friend say, only the good as the MW, it was with the friend social commentator, and Charles McCarthy again made it there. One year ago, Casamendi, and the again is all Casamendi. Then you know, I remember Blue Visa in Americano. Prof, Yama had no, the penny for Nankasana, almost MYA, and then the child, who can say, and the young South Africa or what you mean now, man, we then you are and you are near that Nemuno, and yet, if you go, Shannon, you may question, and you won't see me. Nimemukran, Muslim, but no females, none of what's no fun when you grow and near the idea of Koswa. Only point one or two generations or Tigana. Because you're paying for about one better position at Kasa, one more pre or one more. So Ghana Hano, and you remember, university first year, free, or buy a position. It's what you're not on what you want. So to find some your hot year, other day,
that's Ghana, so Tana, say, baby, and I say, and those are 2 things. Yes, Matthew. Oh, Sarah. Mammy Cassam, And you may be was South Africa. Uko ho obeye. But say Juma Krona or Ghana ha, you can see ya wonye.
Honomo see, company or honomo are you? It is a usuku some question now for one. Who will let my father
Sir, uti katamanto a uye jube. Na yakase choba ebi o katamanto ho. Uko twitwi eye ayo amone nchansi bo a. Ba no ko South Africa na yakase be twitwi bi bo ba ye ho na ko UK obe.
Ahono no ye $2. Ana dia ba ko se.
Me da se obi gire chire. Obi
uko South Africa president or the president there. Ana mba me ye kwama. Me ba bra mo ko
nkeke. Me da se. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, bro.
Yeah, me ba so wani.
Me ba jo Frank Nero ni o do me nyina mayo.
Okay, Frank Nero, my intiwe.
Prof, and you made them in chair, Mammy Pang, you see me boss with that day. Why? What should be a month with the
me patch over there. Go in him.
Don't read in our some panic or Mammy Chair.
Maybe that's it. Go in him.
The brother Chama Mustafa. Robert Chama Kra. On the neighbor for Sunyani is constituency, and then I would have.
Okay.
Chama Mustafa. A more just bois a month for war. Bon, and important Sunyani and important. Not the bullshit, and then I would day.
You.
Not for the Chama Mustafa, and then enjoy your day. Send an hour can prof. Why you move the papa and wait to check the man? Why you share? Check. Let's now soon. I'm here. We need to be here. Matter over the market. Then a local Amasama and so on. After Kusukuma Yera. Linia, let's need to be pong. Yama 300 Ghana. Then the winners carry a pop over South Africa after day. What's Ghana? Who mammy, who papa, who yan, who classmate, who steps on platform, who yet a woman. Obey my pong, obey me, obey your boat, obey your boat of trouble. Open one driver 3 more made new. 300 Ghana.
One day
to pay after South Africa. After Yajuma. At the Union, the people give me and the Tianaba. How many in this by a domater? Union, more money in September. No much never for Baba, the next one about me. As people before other countries go shine people cancer. The next one about me, Jow, Mom, Fume, and collect is the same time and they don't come home. And
I'm Kolabenga, no Gusia dear way.
And collect and the next one about your time. Yes, Roma for some Gosia.
Ukraine has some now, Kayana. That's how Ukraine. That's how Ukraine now can was me. Say, I don't a school for the year by you. And I'm a boy. Sir, Nana Kufadru, a binary, Bimu by all more person battle.
One pie, any one guy, one cure of that.
With a membership, with a membership. Hello, good evening, but I want
to live from Cantamanto, Accra, Ghana. I want to wear there. Greater Accra, woman of the and now we are going on one echo. Much am I had also say what on one echo. God, the other on one communication letter. I want you. Ghana, I want to. And yet, you hear you. And I young children to MDC for South Africa for any part when you say Daba. I want to go for Munjamuka. Go for Munjam, can you hear? What is? I have to go here anyway. And all your mind now on call for a country from by it. Yeah, we'll go back there for Munjamuka. To how much? Hello?
Meet you.
No, I don't want to.
Debbie, that's so Debbie. I don't yet.
I want that thing. I said, you I don't kind of want I want you to say, oh, look at the move.
Oh,
I think that you here. One cut. Another cut. Oh, you don't know it. I think that you Ghana for you here and game. I get one. I remember the real one who here every day. I don't care. Not just that.
Me that's it. Who did see what bread? Hello, good evening. Hello. Me ba charge na line also. Okay. Mami Fawi. Last one. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Prof.
Yeah, me pa charge na me de kasi.
Yeah, kafia.
Hey, katamantu fui. Me ba charge 30 seconds. Vakasa na me.
Oh, me ba charge. Chas makati na wo.
Chas makati na wa hai.
NDC bed you see why you take tap.
NDC ba wa ye say tam.
No way, any listen.
Yeah, me that's it.
Me that. I na no Aka FM no. Wait.
Me that's it. Me for. Was it mama by bakati why ye say tam. Na adie pa wo de ye Akufo-Addo. Yeah, Debbie. Many time. Me pacho. Obu amuka se nanado I evacuate. Aye students from Ukraine no. Enye no kre. Nanado ye. The Akufo-Addo government did evacuate Ghanaian students from Ukraine. Here is what happened. Initial response when Russia invade. Okay, but what can we? I wish I had a marriage wedding. Just Makati. Me da se pass by Jamishra. Yeah. Prince also be that sell by Yamiso Enshiramo. Now time herbal mixture baka ho asem enwumrei bomodin na kope bi na fa bon ho ban fi yade ho drugstore pharmacy shop bi e ben obi a obenye bi ena yeda yawada ochina yeda fiada ochina ye ni landlords association for be sia wa ha landlords association for what mo say ensam bi eni nam mframem no enya dia omope rent commissioner one so jami adromochna yensa karo ebuja for friend ko bla bochi yakra bojina bye bye
munde dinam se menya foreign call